insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
When does your insurance matter the most? It takes a lot of time and attention to set it up. You pay the premium, and hopefully you don't have to use it. But what about when you do? Who's there for you when you bought your policy from a website? Are you at the mercy of an 800 number? Is there an office you can stop by to sort out all the paperwork with a professional? At the Burns Agency, there is licensed agents who quoted, serviced, and maintained your policies from the start. 24-hour support and real people there when you need them. Call the Burns Agency today to experience why you do buy better at Burns.
Buy better.
Better at Burns.
Much better.
So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Do you know the importance of house numbers? House numbers are not only convenient for finding addresses, but necessary for emergency responders to locate those in need. Residents are encouraged to take a few minutes to install house numbers or to examine the ones existing on your house. Those extra minutes spent trying to locate a property can mean the difference between life and death. So take the time now to be sure your house numbers may be seen from the street. The following has been brought to you by Griswold Health and Safety.
This year, Jewett City Savings Bank is proud to celebrate an incredible milestone: 150 years of helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. Thank you to our valued customers, employees, neighbors, and community partners for putting your trust in us. We look forward to celebrating with you and to continuing the important mission we started back in 1873 to give every individual a chance to thrive. To join the celebration, visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbaum. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
You buy better.
Better at Burns.
Much better.
So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
When does your insurance matter the most? It takes a lot of time and attention to set it up. You pay the premium, and hopefully you don't have to use it. But what about when you do? Who's there for you when you bought your policy from a website? Are you at the mercy of an 800 number? Is there an office you can stop by to sort out all the paperwork with a professional? At the Burns Agency, there is licensed agents who quoted, serviced, and maintained your policies from the start. 24-hour support and real people there when you need them. Call the Burns Agency today to experience why you do buy better at Burns.
Buy better.
Better at Burns.
Much better.
So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, "Sorry, we aren't accepting new patients." Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
Your community radio. Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Good morning, Kathy.
Morning.
It's Mike and the Wasilick. Which one we'd ever know about? You know, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's Rich.
You're stuck with me today.
Well, you know, it's Rich's birthday too.
It is.
So he's home sleeping.
He just got out of work, so he's home sleeping.
So happy birthday. Giddy up!
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rich. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God. All right. He got the point. He's gonna watch this later. I can just see it now. We're gonna be in the office. I'm gonna be sitting at my desk. He's gonna be sitting at his, and he'll just be looking at me, going, "Really? Really?" That's I can see it now. Yeah.
You, Rich. Happy birthday. You. Don't go changing.
God. Yeah. Yep.
Well, he'd rather sleep than come in here, so
Yeah.
whatever,
Yes,
Rich.
he would definitely rather sleep.
Whatever,
At this
Richard.
point. Yeah, we have a fun day of what's he doing? Sleeping. And then we have meetings tonight.
Nice. Is he what's his middle name? Like Alan?
No, Francis.
All right. Do you ever like when you get mad at him? Do you ever bring out the middle name?
I don't. Not with him.
Richard
no.
Francis.
No. No, I do that with the kids.
Oh yeah.
But no, I don't think I've ever done that with him. Now I think about it.
No.
No.
Is it ever Richard? Just Rich.
No. I don't even
Ricky?
really. I don't think. No. I don't even think I've ever called. I don't really call him by his name.
What do you call him?
Just like, the normal
Honey
like,
bumpkins.
Yeah, well, not bumpkins, but like that. Yeah, like those kind of
Schnookums,
like
wookums,
little.
and-
Yeah. But yeah, we don't really call each other by name.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Slut puppy.
Yeah, no.
No, not that one, huh?
No, it's been a while. I haven't heard that one in a while. But.
No, him. No, you calling him, not him calling you. I'm not gonna say that. How wrong would that be if I sat here and said, "Hey, does Rich call you slut puppy?"
Do I look offended?
No, you don't. But people are sitting, watching this, going, "Ah!"
If I'm not having that reaction, nobody else should be.
No, I don't think you have a reaction much to anything. You just kind of like,
Whatever.
whatever.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm not calling you that. I mean, I think that's why it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Gonna be like, I would call you like Kathy, or if I would go Catherine,
Yeah.
or something. Hardly ever. But I think I've done that
Just like,
once.
ugh.
Yeah, I would never call you anything. So that's why I kind of like.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's fine. It takes a lot more than that.
Do you call Rich slut puppy though?
No, I don't. No. I might now though. I kind of like it.
Oh God! And if he comes to the room with a collar going, it's on. Oh God! Turn the cameras off. The music starts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So what's going on today?
Well,
Do we
trying to
have
kind of,
anything?
huh?
Do we have anything?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I was really kind of trying to just get through a couple of things before,
Before
talking
we
about
get
there's
into serious stuff.
there's just more. I mean, there's just so many things that are happening on the Connecticut roadways, and a lot in Eastern Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's like almost been centralized to
It's-
Eastern Connecticut.
Yeah. It seems like a lot lately, for sure.
Not even just the roadways, but the lady that died in Sprague in the Chautauqua River.
Yep. Her and her daughter.
Her daughter died too. Her daughter was with critical condition first, and they took her to Children's, and she was 5.
I think it said 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I know, really
completely tragic.
And I'm sure just totally innocent, probably just trying to cool off on a hot day and not, thinking of all the rain we had just had and how strong that current would be. I don't think anyone ever really thinks about the Chautauqua River having much of a
Right.
current or, being
I probably
dangerous,
wouldn't have thought that either.
But after all that rain and everything, I'm sure it was just, just an innocent, tragic, decision.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It is very it's sad. It's sad to hear. And of course, then you get the bozos online like, well, you shouldn't have been. And like, well, I think they know that.
Yeah, I think
it's
they
like,
get it.
yeah, it's probably not good to say, but people do that.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, well, I told you so.
Like, oh, really? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Okay.
See, now that's a good statement if you go outside and you sprain your ankle because you did something stupid. But in a situation like this, why would anybody say something?
That comment doesn't matter.
Yeah. I guess it was in the afternoon.
Afternoon,
5:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was because I was coming home from Norwich and I was coming through Occam, and Taffville had just their siren went off as I was leaving where I was, and I saw them hooking the boat up, and then as I was driving through Occam, they passed me with the boat, behind them, and I was like, oh God, and I saw a bunch, ambulance and rescue trucks, fire, so I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And so as I was,
and a lot of times
home,
when you see that, it's like, well, okay, because like Jewett City, the next thing the fire, fire goes off, and there's like 4 different trucks going. It's really what happened.
Well, when I saw the boat that they were towing behind, I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
And Taffville, I think, has a dive team, so I was like, oh God. So I knew right away it probably wasn't good.
Yeah.
And then when I was coming through Occam, I found the Dark Manor, that haunted house thing. They are across from that. It's like a church, like kind of up on a hill, and they were like all in that parking lot staging and undoing the boat. And so I'm assuming they found them somewhere in there.
Was it search and was it recovery at that point?
I don't know. I don't know. I just happened to pass it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's going on. And then I saw on Facebook, what was happening. Yeah. I was like, oh God, because from what I understand, she went into an area in Baltic, up in the little downtown Baltic, I guess, up in the little town area, and made it down to Occam. So, they were, sad. It's really sad. So,
what a horrible
way. The best thing that could come out of that is, just other people learn a lesson and prevent other people from doing it, I guess.
It's a hard lesson.
It is.
Yeah. So and then there was an accident in Colchester, about Route 2. There was a serious accident. Guy was 56.
I didn't see that. Okay. I saw there was an accident. Lifestar, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday. Lifestar was busy yesterday. Unfortunately,
he's listed in serious condition. Not. Let me see if there's anything else
that
here.
Was if I think the same one, truck versus tree or something. I think I saw for that one. Yeah, I don't know what is happening. There's just accidents everywhere. They're not. I mean, they're like major accidents. It's everywhere. It's crazy. I got nervous yesterday. So my son's girlfriend's family left for a trip to Europe yesterday, and he kept telling me, "Oh yeah, Mom, I'm gonna drop them off at the airport, and and then I'm gonna go back to work." So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're leaving out of Bradley, but I don't know. And then I have him on Life 360, and I'm looking to see where he's going. He's going down 95, and I'm like, he better not be driving into JFK or LaGuardia, because I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be tracking him the entire time. It's freaking me out that he's driving 95. He's had his license for like a year and a half. Yeah, maybe a year and a half, not long. And then I realized he stopped at Union Station, dropped them off at Union Station in New Haven. But even still, I'm like, drive safely, stay in the right lane, just do the speed limit, just go with the flow. Don't be passing anybody. 95 is a nightmare. And of course he's 18, he's invincible. Right. I'm fine, Mom. I'm good. I got it. And I'm like, that's what scares me. The fact that you think you got it.
So the the gentleman that is in serious condition, he's from Granby, and this happened on Old Hebron Road. It's 56, and I guess he oh my goodness, he didn't negotiate a curve correctly, and I'm wondering if it's an area he wasn't even He was,
yeah,
you know,
he may
not
not
even
even
used
been
to.
familiar with. Could have been a medical emergency. I mean, could have been anything. You never know. It could have been a deer that ran out in front of him. Could have been.
Could have been anything. He almost hit another car head on, but then he crossed over and then hit a tree head on.
Sounds like maybe overcorrected or
Or he saved somebody else's life.
By avoiding that, right? Yeah,
you know, here comes a curve. I'm not used to this. Oh no! And then they're going towards, you know, all of a sudden next thing they're going to hit a car, and then he goes.
Yeah.
That who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he hits a tree.
And it happens in a split second. I mean.
Right. So he was taken via Lifestar to Hartford Hospital, and the other one, there's not much of a press release at all. It's very, very short. Just said a vehicle was traveling south on Buttsbridge Road in Canterbury. It left its lane of travel, struck several objects roadside. The operator was separated from the vehicle and sustained fatal injuries. That was it. Yeah. It was a young man by the name of Brandon Burnett. Brandon is 24 years old. He would have been 25. From Lisbon. So it was a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, and that happened late last night. Yeah. It's so sad. I mean, and there was another one just recently in Canterbury, you know, that was a fatal as well. I mean, on a bike.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just so much lately.
And
It seems like a lot.
And then the one in Brooklyn.
Yep.
We had a couple weeks ago with a young grizzled girl and now a young Plainfield boy as well. So that's claimed two. And I don't know if the third is out of the woods yet.
I haven't heard anything on that. You know, and then we had the one on 138 as well. That was about a week after the Brooklyn one. Gentleman, a local man passed away in that one.
Yeah, it was a 72-year-old, I believe his name was Zinon Zawadsky. Was his name.
Something, that sounds right. But it's been a lot. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, everyone's driving crazy. I mean, I think anyone that drives, you know, daily, you know, or takes the highway or whatever, you see anyone that's, you know, that drives and is out there, you see how crazy. Yeah. I mean, 395, you're taking your life in your hands, literally. I feel like every time you go on 395, 95 is just always a mess, but it's even just local roads. People are blowing stop signs. People are blowing traffic lights. Yeah. They're just, you know, driving crazy. I don't get it.
I just don't. It's like you hear about these accidents and it's like, you're right. It happens in a split second.
Mm-hmm.
But how preventable are these?
Yeah, a lot of them probably are.
So like the one last night with this gentleman, James LaCroix from Granby, who got in the accident.
Colchester.
Just by reading it, to me, that sounds like, I don't know if that could have been, I mean, maybe he was going too fast for the curve and we're just
speculating. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it these days is,
but it sounds like he didn't want to hit the guy
right,
head on.
Of course. Yeah. I think a lot of it is distracted driving. You know, I know even though there's laws, you know, put your phone down, whatever. I mean, you see people, you can pass people and see them on their phone.
So I'm going to put it out there because I'm really getting sick and tired of the whole distracted driving. Not that I'm sick of people getting accused of it. I'm sick of people doing it.
Yeah, everybody does it. Yeah.
And it is, I've seen people texting at their phone that have some pretty, they're up there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and this is like in other towns and
It's everywhere. I mean, anytime you go out driving, you'll see people on their phone while they're driving. I think it's just become so normal. It's that whole like instant gratification. You hear your phone ding and you can't wait, till you're at your destination to check it. And, you feel compelled. Oh, I got to look and see. Oh, it's real quick. It's just, nothing's going to happen. I'm just checking it real quick. And that's when things happen.
It's real quick. That's when you hit somebody head on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm a very, look, I'm not the perfect driver. I mean, I can't even walk a straight line, when I'm sober, to be honest with you. And but I think knowing that, I'm a very defensive driver.
Mm-hmm.
I do not drive fast. I drive pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
I get nervous if I look at and I'm doing 75.
Yep.
And I'm like, what if I blow out a tire?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Show's over.
Those things happen. I mean, there was I was driving up to the Boston office a couple months ago on the Mass Pike, and I've seen videos of this like on TikTok or even on Facebook and Reels and things, and there was just a random tire flying down the highway, not connected to anything. And I've seen so many of those videos, and you've heard about them where they crash into people's cars and kill people. And it came up and like
Final
bounced.
Destination.
And I was watching. Kaylin was with me when she was going up to the office with me, and it just came flying down, bounced up and over. And I'm like, oh my God, like this, I've seen this happen. And it just came out of nowhere. And there was no car ahead of it or behind it that was missing a tire. So I have no idea. And it had a rim on it and everything. Like it wasn't just a tire. It was like
pickup truck or something like that. Flew off the back.
It was bizarre. I'm like, nobody was missing a tire. They were all still going.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and I never saw it hit anybody. Thank God. I don't know if it eventually did or not, but that sucker was flying.
Yeah.
And those are the types of things that you don't think, you never think that's going to happen. That's just one of those, crazy things that just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and you hope it doesn't get you.
Daryl says, Daryl Nadu.
Yeah, I have to go see him today.
From the Healthy Computer, School Street, Jewett City, next to the
dog groomer.
Dog groomer, yeah. Says, my biggest issue are the people who don't stop when leaving a store or turning onto a street. Some people don't stop until the last second, and you have to guess if they're going to go or not.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
yeah, I've also been behind quite a few people lately getting onto the highway, and for whatever reason, they slow down instead of speeding up to merge. They slow down to like get on the highway, like they're afraid to merge. Like that's going to cause an accident.
what about the motorcycles? Where you're driving on the highway and you're just putting along, maybe listening to a talk show or listening to the radio music. All of a sudden, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
where the hell they come from?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or they pass you on the right.
Yes.
And it's like, I'll be
right
like,
down the middle, or they're like, what do they call it? Like threading the needle or whatever they call it when they go right down the middle, trying to get in between. Yeah.
What about cars that do that?
Oh yeah.
That happens in New Britain a lot.
I see it on 395 a lot. Yeah.
What are these people thinking?
I don't know. Well, you got the we need more lanes. I think it would help also, but you have like the slow people in the travel lane.
Yeah.
Some of them going too slow. Mm-hmm. And then you have the people in the passing lane that are either going too fast or they're going 65 in the passing lane, not passing anybody, but they're going the speed limit. So they think they're okay.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just the combination of the different types of drivers on the road. It's just a nightmare.
I think we're going to get a visit from Barbara in a minute.
Are we?
I think so.
See, you're outside. Expecting something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting your cups, your tumblers today, right?
Well, I had to order a crap ton because I keep selling out. So I ordered 50.
Nice.
So let's see. Oh, and they'll be gone.
Cool.
Yeah, the whole motorcycle thing, it's like for years I've seen, and this is no way to disrespect this young man from last night. I know with motorcycles, you see bumper stickers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah. Watch
You
out
know,
for.
watch out for
yeah.
motorcyclists and everything.
Yep.
And I've always, you know, paid attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then I get a little pissy, maybe a lot pissy,
Mm.
when next thing you know, you have somebody zooming by you and really not,
Yeah.
you know, caring what you're doing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's like, all right, you're driving like an asshole,
Mm-hmm.
but you want me to be careful of you.
Yeah.
You know, or you're on 395 popping a wheelie.
Yes.
You know, what kind of a moron are you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just not bright.
Yeah. No, I know. And there's a lot of hazards out there too, you know, for bikes, you know, people who are mowing and then mow the grass into the road, or, you know, there's sand patches, or,
Yeah.
you know,
So many.
I mean, there's so
variables.
many hazards. I mean, look, the other night down 95 down near Bridgeport, I think it was. At first they were saying that there was like an oil slick on
Human
the highway.
waste.
Who would have ever thought that
Cars were spinning out.
Yes, and crashing. There was a bunch of them. There were
Yeah.
a bunch of accidents because of it. And from what I read, the guy knew that he didn't have a secure load. And he knew what was happening and still just was like, whatever, it'll be fine.
Women, you don't want to date that man. Just saying.
Secure loads are important.
That's what they say. Because, you know, poop is slippery.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, again, like, you know, you're driving down the highway. Do you ever think could you imagine if there was a bike that had hit that? I mean, that's.
Sure.
Oh. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hazards, a lot of things out there to watch for.
Hey, Laura, good morning. She says, I was behind someone one time getting on the highway and they stopped at the end of the ramp.
Right. Yes.
There was 3 to 4 cars behind them that had to stop quick, and it couldn't, and it could have ended very badly.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, another thing that I see a lot too is somebody's merging onto the highway and they are doing their best to race you and get past you.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
I'll just slow down. Go ahead.
Yeah,
buddy.
I couldn't care less.
You know,
Yeah, whatever. But coming to
Go
a
ahead,
stop.
jackwagon. We'll see you later.
Yeah. But coming to an almost complete stop because you're afraid to merge, like you can't do that. That's that's the whole point of the on-ramp, is to get up to speed, up to highway speed, and merge.
But there's a little bit of satisfaction when you getting off the highway and a mile back, somebody is zipped right by you doing 100, and you get off the highway and guess what? They're right in front
there,
of you.
yeah.
It's like, how'd that work out? I'm right here. It's like the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Let's see. Victoria, 395 wasn't built for the traffic it gets.
No.
There was a study done years ago that said it had 10 times the anticipated use.
Yep. Yeah. It needs another lane at minimum. But I mean, personally, I think too, like big trucks and stuff, I think when they were building the interstate system, it would have been nice, you know, probably difficult to have the foresight, but or the forethought to build like a separate interstate for trucks. I think would have been a great idea. And they just have their own interstate where, you know, height clearances wouldn't be an issue, like, and all that stuff,
Like
you know,
Lisbon.
like, yeah, like they just have their own
like an HOV lane.
path, kind of, yeah, just like their own thing, you know. I think that would have been a great idea. And then get them off of the, you know, the roads where cars and bikes and all that are, and just give them their own space.
Got
I
it.
think that would have been nice.
Laura, in response to Victoria, you know, was saying that the 395 wasn't built.
Yeah.
Remember, it was Route 52.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
but
See, I do.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just Route 52. It was a highway, but it
Mhm.
wasn't an interstate or
Right.
anything like that.
Mhm.
But Laura says that where is it? Where did she put here? The casinos caused that issue.
They certainly didn't help. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot more, you know, traffic from the casinos.
Sure.
Although I think,
And
I
I
mean,
think that has to be expected.
yeah. And I think though, I mean, the traffic to the casinos based on the numbers that they've produced
Yep.
I think the traffic was a lot heavier in the earlier years of the casinos versus now.
What do you think that is? Just the economy?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons. I mean, remember going to the casinos when they first opened, and the parking lots, they used to have to shuttle in the workers, and I mean, there were those parking lots all over Norwich and Westerly, and I mean, all over to shuttle people into Foxwoods to work. All those lots are shut down. Like, I mean, they keep a lot of the lots, even for patrons, closed unless they have like a big thing going on. So, I mean, I definitely think the casinos bring in more traffic on 95, 395, but not as much, I think, as they did when they, in the earlier years. I think there's just more people on the roads now.
Facebook user.
Oh.
The people, other words, Scott Fryer.
Oh.
The people who stop at the exit of Lisbon Landing merging onto Route 12. You know where he's
when you're coming
about?
out of
yield.
Lisbon. There's no, you know what though? There's no yield sign there.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts that they stop when they're coming out of Lisbon Landing. Don't stop. You're in your own lane. Just go. That drives me insane. Or when they're coming into Lisbon Landing, and if they're gonna take a left to like go to like Home Depot or Ruby Tuesdays, and they stop, there's no stop sign.
Right.
Keep going. Oh, that kind of stuff just irks me.
And David, good morning, David. I just sang your name and I don't know why. He says he agrees with Scott. No one knows that you can proceed, then switch lanes, which is exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, there's no yield sign. There's nothing. You go. You're in your own lane. If somebody moves over into you, it's their fault. They shouldn't be moving over.
And he goes on to say, also, people are afraid to get hit thinking cars can cross the white line.
Right. And they can cross the dotted line, obviously, but it's just like any other multi-lane highway. I mean, they have to still have room to move over.
What about people going into Lisbon Landing? And then, because when people are coming in, there's no stop.
That's what I was saying. The people coming in, if they're going to Home Depot or Ruby Tuesdays, and they stop there.
Yes.
No.
There's no stop sign there.
Or you got the people when there's the two lanes that turn
it is
to
confusing.
go out. That turn to go out, and then you got the left-hand lane that kind of like slide over into the right. And you're like, stay in your damn lane.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah, you get, like you said, you have to drive defensively. You have to kind of anticipate the knucklehead stuff that could happen.
Victoria says merging is an issue everywhere. People don't get it.
No. Nope. And nobody wants to let anybody go. Like they want to just beat everybody, get in front of them, just let them in. Who cares?
Did you drop an F-bomb?
I almost did. I kind of quiet. I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry.
It's the internet, right? Really not supposed to, but if it happens, it happens.
It kind of was it was a little quiet. I was hoping nobody noticed it, but thanks for calling it out. That was great.
Yeah, well.
Perfect.
Customer satisfaction is my number one goal. Yeah, so it's difficult.
Yeah,
it's difficult. So
and it's scary having new drivers in the house. We have two teenage drivers. One just got his license in the last couple of months, and the other one, like I said, has been driving maybe a year, maybe a little bit over a year now. It's just scary. And we have one with our permit, and oh God, the joke is she's like, Mom, can we go driving? Go take a Xanax and meet me in the car in 30 minutes. It's like, oh. It's scary trying to teach kids to drive, and then they're out doing their own thing, and I just feel like I'm constantly tracking them on Life 360 to check their speed and where are you going and when I saw Nick driving down 95 yesterday, I had like a heart attack. Like, oh God, just be careful.
I just typed something in and totally messed up. I don't know what happened.
Oh, and then we were watching the speed on one of them the other night, and he got up there, and so we were like, slow it down. Oh, I had to pass a truck. Like if you have to go that fast to pass a truck, you could have just stayed right behind him. You probably still would have been going above the speed limit. Like you didn't have to pass them. Like,
no,
you got to watch the speed. But it's just it's so scary. because they're driving 395 a lot. And then at that age, they're invincible, or they think they are. And I got it. I know what I'm doing. Stop. I've been told that I'm a helicopter mom because I watch them on 360 to see what they're doing. What are you, stalking me? Like, no, it's called parenting.
I think a lot of young people when they're driving, they do feel invincible.
Of course they do. Yeah, and
because they get that freedom feeling.
Yeah.
It's new to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you try to tell them, and it's like,
no, they can't tell them anything.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I got it, Mom. Jeez.
Oh my God. Make me laugh. Because it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I've been driving at least 3 weeks now.
Or we just get the yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, whatever. Just completely dismissive.
I just think it's funny that, a young adult that's been driving for about 6 months obviously knows much more. Somebody that's been driving for 40 years.
Yeah, of course they do. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Victoria says, my kid was too cool for driving with mom. He couldn't keep two hands on the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's funny because when I was like taking driver's ed, one of the things that the DMV put in their books for the state of Connecticut is keep your hands at 9 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was really awkward.
Yeah, it is. It's
really
not
awkward.
It is. I can't drive like that.
And then driver's ed, they said 10 and 2.
Yeah.
And that felt more,
Yep.
to me. So
I think now they do tell you 9 and 3 because of the airbag. Because if you're 10 and 2, the airbag could hit your arm if you get into an accident. But yeah, 9 and 3 is not like a natural. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel natural to me at all.
9 and 3, no.
But with my daughter, I'm like, yeah, put your hand, and she's got a habit of putting one up top and like one on the bottom. And I'm like, no, just keep them up top somewhere. Just keep them both up there. So it's teaching teenagers to drive, man. That's
you don't know what you're talking about.
It's a lot. And she likes
I know what I'm doing.
She likes to ride the gutter, like ride the side of the road real close. And I'm always like,
One kid said to me one time, I know what I'm doing. I said, the only thing you know how to do is order DoorDash.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, I haven't ordered DoorDash. It's been like a few weeks.
What?
Yeah. I'm kind of having withdrawals, but I'm working through it.
Oh, you know what happened to me? And I have no idea how.
Huh.
Last Friday, I get a notification from PayPal saying that I just spent $96 on DoorDash for the Dash Pass.
Oh.
And I'm like, what's a Dash Pass?
What the hell is that? Yeah.
And basically, I looked it up, and basically, so you don't pay delivery cost ever.
Oh,
and I'm like,
so it's like Amazon Prime, but for DoorDash.
I guess.
Huh.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so basically, they're charging me in advance for delivery for something they say they're not going to charge me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So
Interesting.
But anyway.
But you didn't know you had paid for it?
No, here's the funny thing is you go on the DoorDash app, right?
Yeah.
There is no customer service.
No.
Zero.
Yep.
And then you have to find a very hidden thing, and it takes you actually to their website. And then at that point, I just Googled DoorDash customer service phone number and ended up calling. Well, I apparently have 2 accounts under two different emails, right? I don't know. I thought maybe I had one and I probably signed up under a different name, whatever. Well, each one of them, neither one of them has a DoorDash pass on it.
What the heck?
Yeah. So it's like, well, so I said, well, where'd the $96 go? Well, we'll be looking into that.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. So
Yes, you will be looking into that. One of the kids have your card attached to their account or something?
No, they don't. But it's not out of the realm of the possibility that someone knows my password. So.
Oh my God.
We'll see what happens. But the biggest kick I got out of everything was that when I went on PayPal, right? And, to try to dispute the transaction, it literally gives you a pop-up and says, you cannot dispute this type of transaction.
What?
I'm like, what
type of transaction is it? Like that you can't dispute?
I don't know.
You'd have to call the bank. Call your bank then at that
I did.
point.
I was over at the and
dispute it there.
yeah, the young lady Keela who helped me was wonderful. She called PayPal, she called DoorDash, and I still have not seen anything as far as DoorDash. I mean, or as far as PayPal is concerned. So I don't know really what's happening yet. It's been a few days.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Now, was that for
crazy.
like a year? $96 for like a year?
I'm
or-
assuming.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm thinking you got to use DoorDash 4 or 5 times a month, really. To
Honestly, for a while there, I probably would have used that up. No problem.
well, you can use my Dash.
But
Pass,
I've been good. I've been good.
Uh,
Back on a meal plan, working out, all that crap.
I'm getting text messages. Do we know, or is there anything like on this young man's Facebook that passed away last night? Did he go to Griswold High School?
I think I saw something that he did.
Because a couple of people are asking me that on the down low.
I think I did see that. That he
Because if
did go
that's
to
the case, then
Griswold.
there's going to be it's
Yeah,
another
it's local-
tie
yeah, I know.
to this town, as far as another.
Yeah, I mean, on the Facebook pages that I have found for him, if these are the current ones and accurate ones, it says he went to Griswold High.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Yep. So it's yeah.
So what's the solution? Because nobody. Is it just that we're impulsive and we
think it's a
make bad
combination.
snap decisions sometimes?
I think it's
on
a
the
combination
roadways?
of things. I think it's distractions. I think it's just environmental
Mhm.
things. It's speed. It's
I don't
a
think it's so
number
much
of
speed.
things.
I don't think it's so much speed. Look at the Autobahn in Germany.
Well, I think with all of those things together, though, when you have the
Okay,
distractions
right, yeah.
along with the speed, along with this happened later
Bad
at
driving
night.
conditions.
Right. This happened later at night. Maybe he was tired.
Didn't his
who
reaction
knows?
time was
Right.
off.
I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? A deer could have run out in front of him. There could have been another car that got in the way or something, and took
Right.
off. I mean, who knows?
We don't know. We don't know.
I mean, there's so many factors that play into some of these,
And we're not detectives, and we have no idea what happened
Yeah.
on either one of the accidents last night, other
Yeah.
than we know what the outcome is and that it was tragic.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the fix would be, honestly. I mean, it's the one thing I do miss about COVID. The roads were half empty.
Yeah.
It was great. Driving into work back then when I was working as a nurse, and driving into work, it was eerie.
Mhm.
Because you get on 395 and you only see a couple
There
of
was
cars here
nobody
and
out
there.
there,
It was
yeah.
really eerie, but I kind of miss it. I really do. It was that was the nice side of
it's
COVID.
just one of those things. You got your inner circle. It's like there's nobody else around. Awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It really was.
Oh.
But yeah, I miss those days as far as that goes, that aspect of it. But yeah, and it's summertime, of course. That it seems like accents like these always kind of amp up in the summertime. People
Yes.
are out, they're cruising, they're just feeling free, windows down, doors off on the Jeep, bikes, and everyone's just kind of letting loose a little bit. So it's I don't know how to prevent it.
Well, like I said, I've seen notable people
Yeah.
doing it.
Mhm.
Looking at their phones,
Yeah.
texting
Yep.
while driving.
Mhm.
I've seen young kids do it. And I've
Yep.
seen people of all ages.
Mhm. I have to say, I'm guilty of doing it myself.
Oh, me too.
At times,
I
mean,
I'm- yeah.
and it's stupid, and I know it's stupid, but
Can we not get away? Are we just so sucked in by these things
Yeah, I think we are.
that when you hear, bing,
Mhm.
you've got to look?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That
Have we
instant,
programmed
Yeah,
ourselves? or
I think we have. We've definitely conditioned ourselves to, do something with it. If it makes a noise or it's buzzing or it's ringing or it's we got to get it or I got to answer that or I got to
I
look
got a
at this
notification.
or right. I got to see what it is real quick. It's just real
Yeah.
quick. I'm just checking it real quick, and and I've seen Nick doing it. Like I said, he's had his license a year and a half. I was driving around with him the other day, getting a few things done, and he's grabbing his phone to show me something. I'm like, put your damn phone down. What are you doing? And he was very comfortable doing it. So I know he's doing it on the regular. And
Kids
I
are
was
doing
like,
Snapchat
what
while
the
they're
hell?
driving.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, Mom, it's just real quick. I understand it's real quick, but accidents happen real quick. And he's been with me when we've gotten into accidents before. He knows how quickly they happen. So it just scares me.
Daryl says the left out of Tractor Supply is the biggest hot button.
I take a left out of there all the time.
You betcha. You betcha by golly, wow.
And I think about it every time I take a left out of there. I'm tempted to post on Grizzled Now. I just took a left out of Tractor Supply.
Guilty pleasure number 23.
Yes. Yep. Unless there's a bunch of cars behind me and I'm having a hard time getting out, I'll take a right and then go up Taylor Hill.
What do you think of that?
That's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, you were showing these yesterday.
But you didn't see it in person.
Oh, not in person. No, I saw them. I saw them online when you were showing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
So here's the one. We're doing tumblers.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
And that's why I'm waiting for the fifth to come in. We've sold so many.
Can you get one this size?
Oh. Well, I mean, there are.
I need a straw.
There are
with
tumblers
it too.
that are 48 ounces.
No, this one's a gallon.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen that 1 gallon tumbler.
With a straw. I need a straw.
You know what we're gonna have for Halloween? Glow in the dark tumblers. Serious. So you can go to our We Love the 80s shop and check it out. Yeah. Not that you will, but I think I'll go there maybe next week. Yeah. I'll think about it. Chris says I have 13 gears to go through. It's to keep 2 on the wheel.
Oh, yeah. In the truck, driving, yep.
And
13 gears. Oh my gosh. Wow. Is that like double? There's like double
clutching,
right?
son of a bike.
Double. I always heard my dad talking about that. Double clutching and the 2 different gear shifts. Yeah.
Kim says I have to get at my daughter for texting and driving, especially with my grandson in the vehicle.
Yeah. I don't think the distracted driving law has really deterred anybody. I don't think anybody cares that there is a law about distracted driving. I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that it's really being enforced. I think it's enforced in spurts,
Holiday weekends.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, but I don't see, I don't know. I don't know how much it's enforced. I mean, has anyone gotten tickets recently for being on their phone? Or do you know of anybody who's gotten tickets recently for being on their phone?
I don't know anybody, but I get the distracted driving numbers and stuff. The police sends them out, especially on holiday weekends and stuff. But it's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's unfortunate because it's probably always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just another thing that's going to kill us.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, like back in the day when cars were just becoming a thing, right? Back in the early 1900s or so, and radios were a thing. I wonder if that was like, if there were like what the stats were on when radios came into cars and if that was considered distracted driving, because they'd have to like be turning the knobs to get a radio station. And
I've never heard anything or anybody ever mention distracted driving
until
phones.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, playing with the radio, putting a tape in, putting a CD in back in the day. I mean, that was all distracted driving. I just don't know if it was called distracted driving, but
I don't know what they call it.
I mean, and now in cars, if you have a newer car, I mean, you essentially have your phone screen on your radio, so I mean, trying
That's
to
true.
even, I'm trying to turn my seats on, and I'm like, it's like yeah. So
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cindy wants to know where are our cruise tumblers.
Oh.
Well, Cindy, for just $29.99, you can get a cruise tumbler made to your specifications. Moving on.
Yeah, you need a cruise tumbler.
Kim says it's one of our major rules in Florida. Well, it used to be. I don't even know if it's still in effect anymore, but if it's not, it needs to be. A lot of people are losing their life for people texting and driving and not paying attention.
I don't think the law helps it, though. I don't think the law prevents people from doing it.
But then, have you heard the latest with there's some attention being given to the Connecticut State Police right now for supposedly, this is all alleged, some over 20,000 tickets being falsified.
For what?
I don't know. I saw it on Channel 8, actually. I did see it on Channel 8.
That they're falsifying, like creating tickets? Like,
yeah, I guess. I don't want to start too many rumors, but but that was just go to Channel 8. You'll see it. Okay. Search it and you'll see it. But it's like, what?
But see, I wonder though,
they're not even pulling anybody over. What are they falsifying?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, and I don't know what's considered a falsified ticket. I mean, when they drop down a ticket, or change it to something else, is that falsifying a ticket? I mean, there have been times back in my younger years when I was getting speeding tickets all the time, but there were times where I was caught doing over 80, which is considered reckless driving, and they would drop it down to 79. Now, is that falsifying a ticket? Because they got me at one speed and dropped it to something else.
Nice.
Obviously, yes. I mean, yeah. But so I don't know what falsifying a ticket.
I don't either,
and
I
actually means.
I don't know if it could be a whole bunch of different reasons. It could be somebody's trying to get reelected, and there's like, hey,
So there was an audit.
I think so. Look at just look at the thing on Channel 8. Channel 8, it's there, and let them take the fall on it. I don't want to go there on that one. But it's an interesting read. It's kind of like, to me, it didn't make a lot of sense, but to me, it sounded like somebody's got an axe to grind.
There's some kind of ulterior motive.
City says my car has a bunch of functions that you can't adjust if the car is in drive.
Mine has that too.
So there are safety features that are available.
Yeah.
They're trying to pass the law about people smoking in their vehicle while children are in the vehicle.
We already have that here.
Yeah. And Victoria says they were creating tickets to skew the racial profiling issues.
Creating tickets. Wow.
So, muy interesante. Yeah,
I think they get away with that. That's interesting.
Read the report on Channel 8,
Okay.
WTNH.
Interesting.
And you can see what they have. So,
wow.
All right, so we so we're real happy about our tumblers. That's why I mention it.
Yeah.
If you don't want any, that's fine. But if you do, go to our We Love the 80s TikTok page and shop there. Here's the thing, if you do purchase a tumbler from us, you can we won't ship it to you. Your best bet is really just to text me or whatever at the number on the bottom, because that way you can pick it up at the reception area downstairs. I don't have to be here or anything like that. So you can pick it up during business hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
And you can make custom ones, right?
I can make custom. They're a little more expensive.
So if they have an idea that they don't see on there.
I made a custom one yesterday. So for a couple.
That's cool.
Yeah, for their anniversary, and one of them is their birthday Sunday, so I did that. So
and I feel bad I didn't get anything for Rich for his birthday. We're going to dinner tomorrow night, though. Going to Michael Jordan's tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I have so many of those cups at the house between all the kids.
These are collector items.
Ugh. I have a rule. You bring in another cup and one has to get thrown out.
Let's see. Who said that? I got to look here.
Who said what?
Well, I'll show you. No, I won't show you anything because you're not looking. Facebook user, who I can't see who it is, says, the tumblers are amazing. Rachel, is that you? Is that you as Facebook user? I don't know. It is Rachel from Northern South Carolina or Southern North Carolina. You pick where she is. Cindy says, I have the same rule. They're falling out of the cabinet.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
We get rid of the stupid stuff.
Me nuts. That water bottles, tumblers, like the Yeti, like all those types of things. Oh my, there's just so many of them. And then of course the kids, they'll use them and then they line them up on the side of the sink. They don't want to wash them out. They just want to line them up. Like, where do you think, like, how do you think those are going to get clean? I didn't use them. You guys are all big enough.
It's funny.
Drives me nuts.
Because Cameron will have literally half his dishes, half of our dishes in his room because he doesn't bring them out, right? And then I went in there one day and I went, can you bring these out so we can wash them so you can do this again?
Yes.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bruh. You literally don't know anything, but whatever.
I just thought, are those dishwasher safe?
What?
The tumblers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Well, that
helps.
Let me ask you. Let's add Rachel. That's a good question for you. It's a good question for Kim. It says they're dishwasher safe. I know the tumbler because it's baked on.
Self-it. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's baked
So
on. It's not. It's not a vinyl sticker.
Gotcha.
Or anything like that. So.
Good to know.
So maybe somebody will say if it's dishwasher safe. I'm pretty sure that it is.
That's a plus for sure.
Kim says I was always told not to.
Oh, not to put the tumblers in there.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I would rather you not if that's the case. So anyway.
Yeah, that's apparently just putting them in the dishwasher or just washing them out is just way too much for the kids. So it drives me nuts. I can't stand those types of cups.
Rachel says my hubby is the only dishwasher in this house. So I'm not sure.
Nice.
That would be Mr. Rachel.
Nice. We tag team it.
Kim says I heard also how to clean them if you get a stain is to use vinegar and baking soda. We use vinegar all the time. Well, Melissa does. That's her thing. So anyway, let's get the heck out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Are we getting is a Wassaic coming tomorrow?
I don't know.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday. This day has gone by so quickly. Rich will not be here. He's going for a fire instructor test in Windsor Locks tomorrow.
Okay.
So he will not be here, but I think I can be here.
So in the meantime, it's been on the ticker all morning. We're looking for sportscasters for the upcoming football season. We are doing Griswold High School ECC football as well, Griswold youth football and Colchester youth football. So we've got a lot on our plate, and we do need announcers, play-by-play and color. We are looking for people that have experience. However, if you do not have experience, we would probably train the right person. You got to know a little bit about sports. Don't come. I don't know nothing about sports, but I can talk. So anyway, text us at 860-591-9664 with your name and number, your contact information, so I could reach out to you and we can get together and chat about it. So once again, we need announcers, play-by-play, and color analysts for SNSN Sports for this fall, for high school football, not just Griswold, but other schools as well, other ECC contests, and then youth football for two different towns, Griswold and Colchester. So far. So if anybody knows anybody, pass it along. It's been posted all over different social media pages. So we'll get it going on. So Kathy, thank you very much. So we'll see. You'll be the Wassaic representative for tomorrow.
Yes.
So it'll be Mike Paul and a Wassaic tomorrow on a Friday. Okay, guys, have a great day. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate everything you do by hanging out with us. And y'all have a great day, today. Bye.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports and your home for local news and weather broadcasting for